So a quick allotment update, and I do apologise for the wind in advance. Here you can see on the north side the trefoil has been completely dug in on this bay, that bay, the bay across the far side and this bay. Those have all gone. We decided to put in this front is going to be where we've got the big stuff, so you've got the let me think, the pumpkins and the squashes and the courgettes, because they take up quite a lot of room. Here we've got our strawberries, and instead of letting the strawberries go to the end, we're actually going to section off this bit and have the strawberries along here, and we'll build two paths, one there and then one on that side there as well, which means that some of these strawberries here that have escaped on runners are going to have to be dug up and stuck in the right place. Still thinking of using this as our shit bin if we ever have one, with the manure and stuff like that, although all the good stuff in this has been removed now and went to make up my spring bank here. Now the spring bank is a converted poo bin again, but I felt we didn't need to. You've got dry fencing along the front here, and then these are our spring flowers along here. Geraniums, we had daffodils, we've got some tulips, grape hyacinth, and basically these are coming to the end now, so we're shortly going to have to just cut them off and wait for the bulbs to grow again. We've decided that we're going to stick in this bottom bit as well poppies, which should be coming up ready to mark the centenary of the First World War. The top does need weeding, which I'm going to get round to eventually, hopefully today, but let me first show you that it's not all weeds. Everywhere you see something like that over there, you've got dahlias and gladioli, which are going to come up. They're going to be quite large and they're going to blot out the back view there, which will be good. This is still full of wood and stuff that we don't really know what we're doing with. We're still using some of it for the fencing down there, but this bit will eventually be cleared, hopefully this summer, and this is where we're going to have our compost bins here in this space. This is the communal shed, in fact, which houses the barbecue and all the stuff that's needed for this area, which is where the community congregates. And it does congregate, I think, on the second Sunday of every month for tea morning, and they have a barbecue and a firework thing at, it's pretty well done. Along here you've got the remains of the hothouse still. We think we may keep some of this glass for growing under glass if we need to, and I'm not sure what we're going to do with the wood across there. This area is going to be the patio area. We're not doing decking anymore, we're going to do a patio, but the patio is going to be on this side here, and there's going to be a greenhouse, a proper greenhouse in this sort of space here. So the two nursery beds that you see are vanishing. That's all going. Here is our shed, and this is where we do all our planning and our drinking and our stuff. That was the stone bin, which is empty, and I don't know what we're going to do with that. This is the stone pile, and you can see here we've got some more remains of the hothouse. Now we're actually using them, and I'll show you where. If we come into the main garden, sorry about the wind, if we come into the main garden, you can see where we're using them. We're using them as cloches, which basically are a mesh frame, and it's weighted with the wood, and it keeps the stuff inside it sheltered from the birds until they get large enough to fend for themselves. And if we have a look, what we've got is we've got onions. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows there, a fifth row here, and I'll just try and show you an onion if I can. There we are. They're beginning to come up. This row is actually empty. So that was just sort of fabricated there, but there we are. fruit bushes then on this side, and you can see that the apple tree is growing its leaves and is about to blossom. Beautiful. Dark red. When they open they'll be white on the inside. Down here we've got gooseberry bushes. Again, they have got their leaves on now. There is, I believe, one red currant. I think that's the red currant there. And that one, which is a black currant, if I remember rightly. These were donated to us, in fact, this year, over the winter, and we stuck them in, and they look like they have done well. They have leaves, the red currant especially, they have leaves. They also have the flowers. Those are going to end up in the little stigs with the things. This bay here is going to be for sweet corn and overflow stuff that we don't know what to do with, basically. That's going in there. I've already said this is an onion thing. Not sure what we're putting in the back there, I can't remember. It'll be something else that's sort of legumy. Oh yes, peas and mange too, but we need to create the frames for them. This one is the root veg area. These 4 bays here, that's 1 bay, 2 bay, 3 bay, 4 bay, they rotate, and in them you have like vegetables, and as you rotate them you give the soil a rest, because each type of vegetable brings something different, or takes something different from the soil, gives something back. So we rotate these. Potatoes in there, you can see 2 lines of earlies, 2 lines of mains, and we've got enough room for a line or 2 of lates which haven't been planted yet in that bay over there. Incidentally, when I dug my trenches, I dug them here in the wrong bay. How embarrassing. Along this side you can see that the leeks, by the way, have vanished. That harvest has gone, and so has the purple sprouting broccoli and the cabbages. Cabbages went quite some time ago. Purple sprouting broccoli finally gave up the ghost today. They, if anything, from last year, these were my babies, because although we were donated them in the summer, I was the one who planted them. I was the one who kept the cloches over them, attended them as they grew, and harvested them. I'm the one who said, when Christmas came and my mother wanted to dig them up, I said, no, we're going to keep them because they're purple sprouting broccoli and they produce their things in the next year. You can see here the winter tares have been dug in, and we've already got the potatoes in there. Here we've got our flower patch, and the alstomerias are beginning to come up. That is an example of one there. So there we are. More fruit bushes over here. The white currant is deceased and gone. We need to replace that. But the red currant bush is doing well. The gooseberry bush has gone mad. In fact, it even has tiny gooseberries on it already. See, look. Shocking. The rhubarb is massive, and what's happened is the crown has split. It's split in at least 2 places, if not 3. We had 1 there, and I think now we've got 1, possibly 2, 3. It's split. My herb patch has been extended by another row. Rosemary, thyme, 2 different types of thyme. We've got oregano. That is a bit of a sad looking sage plant, I have to admit, but there we are. Chives, parsley. At the end there, this whole bay needs to be dug in. This is still the trefoil. Sorry, no, the winter tares in fact there. And winter tares on this side that need to be dug in as well. Over here, the hothouse has been dismantled and the raspberry canes are in. We haven't yet got around to sticking the other layer in front. This was going to be asparagus, but we haven't got around to doing that either. This whole area was covered with grass last year, so we've got here some beans which can go up this wigwam. And my god, these were the wigwams for the the sweet peas, but the sweet peas have all died, which I'm quite upset about, because I'm the person who built the wigwams and had the sweet peas, and they were reasonable size, but we might have planted them out slightly early. A few frosts, and then some very hot weather for a week, and that was the end of them. Thankfully my mother actually has some more growing, so I'm going to steal them from her when she's not looking and stick them in. We are today still planting, in fact, and we've got some lettuce to go in. We've got some cabbage and we've got some sprouts. We are growing from seed where it's possible, but we've left it a little bit late this year. A lot of things are going on, so we have actually bought some plants as well. And the plants are going in when we can find them. And this is going to be a border, flower border, round the outside. So that is my update. I do apologise for not doing one sooner. I haven't been here in a while, and when I have been, I have not had my camera with me. But it's Easter, Bank Holiday Monday, and you can see things are in full flow, so fear not.